All right, let's add a lattice to this ball now, because I lied to you the last video, and we didn't add one. So adding a lattice is quite simple. Again, Alidus allows for you to squash and stretch your object. We're just like the ball shift cursor to selected, then hit shift. Add in a lattice. And where did it go? Nobody knows, but it's actually in the ball. So on side view 3 on the numpad, we're just going to hit as to scale it up and scale it up so that the whole sphere or the whole ball fits into it. Next, we need to select our sphere, go to the Modifiers tab, add a modifier, or we're going to select Lattice. Then the object is going to be the lattice right here, which is the name of this lattice object that we added you could see right there. And now, if we select the lattice and hit Tab to go into Edit mode, you can see it looks like a cube with vertices. And if we grab these vertices, check it out. We can now deform our mesh like that. It's pretty sweet. So what this allows for us to do is basically squash and stretch our ball. Or you could squash and stretch a character this way. Now, under the lattice options down here, we could also increase the loop cuts or resolution or subdivisions of the lattice so that you have more lattice segments and points to play with. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at 2. All right, so what we want to do is now add in a shape key with the lattice selected and add in a second one. And just like before, we're going to put the value all the way to 1 hit 1R3. Sorry, to go in the side view tab to go into the mode to select everything, and SY and scale it along the Y axis and squash it, boom. And there we go. So now with this value it squashes, and we could also stretch it by putting this minimum value to something like negative 0.5, and now going in the positive, we squash it, and going negative, we can stretch it. And again, this is more of a cartoony effect. So I'm exaggerating the squashing and stretching. Now, if we play this, you could see that we have one issue where the ball goes away from the lattice. So let's go back here, select the lattice shift, select the ball, and hit Control-P and set the parent to the object. And now the lattice will follow along with the ball. So let's go up here to where the ball hits the wall, which is right here. Select the lattice. And right before it hits the wall, let's go to frame 77 on key 1. We're going to hover our mouse over here, and we could actually animate keyframes. So with your mouse hovered over the value of 0, we're going to hit the I key, which is going to insert a keyframe, go forward 1 frame, and we're going to squash this. And again, I'm going to really exaggerate it. So it's going to squash quite a bit. Put a value of 1, and hit the I key to insert a keyframe. So now it looks like that. Sweet. Now we just have to move the ball forward on when it squashes. So move it forward to there, and let's see how that looks. So, boom squashes, and then once it goes back, so let's go from frame 78, let's go to frame 79, actually let's go forward 1 more frame to frame 80. And let's put this a negative value because now it's stretching, because it's going off the wall, hit the I key. So now we have this, it goes squashes, stretches. And as it's going right here, we can make it go back to 0. So that goes back to its normal shape in the air, hit the I key, and then when it hits his face, which is right there, I'm sorry, that's just really comedic. We're going to put this back to a value of 1. Like that. And and of course, with the sphere selected or the ball on this keyframe, hit GUI and make sure it's making contact with his face and his eye location, rotation, scale. And now we're going to go ahead 1 more frame, and we're going to put this to a negative value to make it stretch. Again, I to insert a keyframe and go forward 1 to 2 frames and bring it to a value of 0 when it's on the floor of value of 0 and hit the I key. So now if we play this, check it out. So it basically squashes and stretches, and it looks really, really cool and very comedic. So check that out just like that. We added squashing and stretching. Now you could do the same for a character all around and stop looping. That is just so satisfying to watch. Next thing we're going to do is quickly animate his face and his eyes when he gets hit in the face. So right around here. Right there is when he gets hit, we're going to select. The mouth go to the friend before he gets hit. Go from, let's see, we're going to make him do the shapes on keyframe number 2. Let's rename this to ASO shape. We're going to put insert a keyframe, a value of 0. Go forward 1 frame insert, put the value to 1, and insert a keyframe. Same thing with the eyes. Let's go to the eyes. And right here in Syria, keyframe value of 0 and go to frame 84 and make them stretch. Yeah, I'm going to make them stretch and insert a keyframe and do the same thing with the other eye as well. Right there from 83 and sir, keyframe of value of 0 from 84 and sir, keyframe value of 1 and boom. There we go. And when he falls, poor cute boy. All right, let's play that. Let me see his face from the front of you. All right. So let's see what our animation ends. Our animation ends, let's say, around right here. The last thing we're going to do before we kind of start to wrap this up and add a material quickly to our ball, the lighting, and the camera, and render it out. Let's go to frame right here where he falls, which is frame 90, I think. Let's see. Oh, it's this one right there. Yeah, frame 90. Let's go here. Select both of the legs. It's eye location, rotation, scale, and frame 90. Go forward 1-2 frames and inside view. Go ahead and kick 1 foot up and kick 1 foot down. I feel like there should be a song to that and insert location, rotation, keyframe for that. Then on frame, nice like this keyframe, copy it and move it to frame 94, so ahead of 2 frames, and then go ahead 2 more frames, and then do the opposite. Kick this foot down and that foot up, and hit our location rotation scale. And this way he does that. And actually make sure that it's not going in the floor too. So with this leg, our rotation and this leg right here. There we go. All right, so now if we look at let's kick it up, kick that way, and now we need to make it go back to the center. So just by select both of the feet left, click or be left, click and drag, and select all these keyframes right here, Shift-G, and move them ahead so that we have that. And let's go ahead and do that a couple times, so Shift. Copy them ahead, Shifter. Copy on my head like that, so he's kicking a couple times. And then we could, and I'm going to shift it 1 more time, and then we could end our animation at 128. So let's put the end frame to 128. And then another thing that we need to change, obviously, since we animated that leg, we need to change it. Because now, once again, he has a pirate leg on the right leg. So with this leg selected, we're just going to knot that leg. That's not a leg with this leg selected. We're going to go back to the graph editor and select the graph editor, hit the ANQI on the X rotation, and you make sure to expand this window enough, otherwise it won't show up, and go the modifiers. Delete that cycles modifier. Now, I wanted to show you the cycles modifier because it's very useful if you want to just make a walk cycle and that's all you're planning to do. Now, once again, let's go ahead and select all these frames right here. I'm going to hit the box, select all these shivved, copy them over to frame 25. So now, he walks. And we need to do it 1 more time, Shifty. Copy them over to here. Frame 39, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more like that. And then right here, we need to delete these 2 last keyframes right there. All right, let's see our box boy getting very happy. and then abused by a wall. Beautiful. All right, brilliant. Well done on your first animation. I'll see you in the next video, where we will wrap this up at lighting material to our ball and position and animate the camera, and then render it out into an animation movie, which you could show all your friends and family and show them cute boy being abused by a ball. All right, child, for now, Oliver.